Welcome to Ycb sessions. Now we are moving for the next one, that is Samadhi. Before that, let's see what is Nadanu Sandana. So don't get confused. These are all related to Hatha Yoga only. In the first book, Hatha Yoga Pradipika, they have discussed about asana, pranayamas, mudras, bandhas, and then Nada Anusandana, etc. Whereas in Gheranda Samhita, Pratyahara, Dharana, and Dhyana was discussed. That's why it came in the middle. Now again we are going in a sequence so that you can understand better. Actually, Nada Anusandana should come after. In today's class, first thing we should have discussed about Nada Anusandana, but in a sequence why we are going, because according to Ashtanga Yoga, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi comes, right? So this Nada Anusandana is usually the last step when compared to Hatha Yoga. That's why Nada Anusandana comes in the last year. So what is meant by Nada? Nadamu, sound. Nada means sound. Anything which can be heard. You can hear the singing, you can hear talking, you can hear the birds' voice, you can hear so many voices will be there. Sometimes there might be some voices which your ear can't hear, but there will be some voices. That means our ear has some frequency. It will only hear the sounds which are present in between some frequencies, say some from X to Y frequency. But there might be sounds before this X frequency and after this Y frequency. They might not be able to hear by us, but those things will be heard by dogs. Some animals, they have lot of frequency. They have an audible frequency which is much higher than the human being. Sometimes if you, in the nights, you might observe that there won't be any sounds in the street, but a dog starts barking. It is said that dogs have higher frequency and they would be able to even hear if some superficial things or some forces which are not natural, Daivic forces, adaivic forces. So something which is not natural, in the sense supernatural powers, those kind of sounds will be heard by dogs also. I'm just giving an example. So Nada is a sound. This sound could be heard, some sounds could not be heard. That's what I want to bring. So Nada is a sound. It is of two types, Ahata, Anahata. Ahata means struck sound, which you can hear. Anahata or Anahata, unstruck sound, which we can't hear. Ahata, which we can hear. Anahata, which we can't hear. So Nada has been divided into two parts. That is sound. Originally, this Nada was described by Gorakhnath, the Tantric yogi Gorakhnath, the one who has written the Gheranda Samhita, Gorakhnath. And it was also mentioned in the Swatmarama. So here what he says is that when a bumblebee, it goes into the flower, sits onto the flower, its main intention is only to drink the honey. When a bee, it goes and sits on the flower, it is interested only to drink the honey. It is not interested to taste whether this honey is good or not. It is very sweet or not. Whether I am drinking the honey from a rose flower or whether I am drinking this honey from a lily flower, it is not bothered. It is only bothered. Its only duty is to catch the honey, to only drink honey and store. That is the only duty of the bee. It is not bothered about anything. It won't bother whether which flower it is, what is the smell of the flower. In the similar way, what he says is that the chitta, that is our mind, it becomes attached to the nada, the sound. Nada is the sound which is produced by our Atma, which we can't hear that in general. So the mind always attached to the nada without desiring any sensory enjoyments. So we should make our chitta in such a way that it should be able to only listen to the nada produced by our Atma without expecting any kind of pleasures, any kind of enjoyments. So it has been related to a bee drinking the honey, explained in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Now, Nada is the transcendental sound and Anusandana is the exploration. Anusandana means what? Anusandana is nothing but bridging the gap. So our Atma produces the Nada sound, and Chitta wants to merge. Chitta always wants to hear the Nada. And how to start this bridge? Nada is the sound which is produced by the Atma, and our mind is here. This mind always wants to hear to the sound produced by the Atma, but it is unable to hear that sound. So when it is unable to hear, you should make some practices so that our Chitta starts. That means you start building a gap between the Chitta and the Atma so that our Chitta gets attached to the Nada. And this is known as Anusandanam or Anusandana, that is exploration. The idea is to explore the sound in all dimensions. That is, Nada Anusandana is nothing but reaching Samadhi. Simple words, Nada Anusandana is nothing but the Atma should know for why it has born, and it is looking for something. What it is looking? It is always looking to merge with the cosmic force. That is, Atma wants to join with the Paramatma. These two can only join when there is Samadhi state. That is Nada Anusandana. Simple words. Now, so this Nada, this entire chapter is on Nada, sound, right? Different types of sounds they are explained. So the Nada Anusandana means the search of transcendental sound. That is, trying to search the sound from our Atma. So Atma is producing the sound, your mind should be able to hear it. How to hear? So here they have given 4 states of different kinds of sound. The sound could be 4 states. The first one is Vaikari. That is the Stula or gross sound. That means we listen to our mind. Sometimes our mind will be chattering. Do this, don't do this. You want to eat some food, but your mind will be thinking, don't eat, your diabetes, your blood sugar will improve, or your blood sugar is going to spike. Okay, don't eat this food, your BP might become up and down. Don't do this. So our mind will be always chattering. So Vaikari is nothing but the Stula or the gross sound, words, sound made by words, sound made by letters, sound made by spoken words. Usually what we talk. Madhyama is the subtle sound which we can't hear. Subtle sound means we know that something is speaking, our mind is speaking. We are able to hear it, but we can't see it. Hear it in the sense, you know something is happening in the background. Pashyanti Nada. Pashyanti ante chudadam, seeing. So it exists in the cosmic subtle body or Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is nothing but the sun. Hiranyagarbha is nothing but the cosmic universe, Vishnu. So the supreme being, we can see it. We can feel that God is there. This entire nature is created by the God. Pashyanti, you are able to see that Nada. You might not be able to hear it, but you will be able to feel it. This one, you are able to hear it. This one, you can feel it. Pashyanti, you can see that something is there. This nature has been created. The last one is the Paranada. It exists in the cosmic causal body or Ishvara Tattva. So this is the Samadhi state where you want to connect. You want to connect to from your Nada to Paranada. So these are the 4 types of Nada or 4 states of the sound which has been described. And so you have known the different kinds of sound, right? Now, how to bring that bridge? How to bring the bridge between Nada and the Paranada? So 4 stages have been explained. First one is Arambha. First stage, Arambha means starting state, number 1. Number 2, Ghata. Ghatavastha. Ghata is, you need to feel that. First one starting, second one building. Ghata is building. Third one, Parichaya. You have known the sound and you are simply building step by step Parichaya. And the 4th one is Nishpatti. Please remember the names. You need not remember the inside thing, but remember the 4 stages of Nada Anusandana. AGPN. Remember it as a simple word, AGPN. So acronyms antar kada, AGPN. Arambha, G Ghatavastha, P Parchaya Avastha, and then 4th one Nishpatti Avastha. So what is meant by Arambha Avastha? Arambha, name itself says Aramba, that is the beginning. So the first stage is nothing but the beginning stage, that is known as Aramba state. Here the Brahma Ganti, so once you start doing this Nada Anusandana, every day we need to start keeping. See, Nada Anusandana comes after you practice asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana. You have overcome all those stages. Now you are constant contemplation. You might have known about the difference between dharana, dhyana and samadhi. In one line, I will like to tell. Dharana is nothing but concentration, but it will be broken in the middle. I mean, you won't be able to do entire concentration for 1 hour or 2 hours. You will be able to concentrate for 30 minutes. Then your concentration is broke. Then after that, you will continue. Then after 2 hours, you will continue. So there will be breaks in dharana. In dhyana, what happens is that it is a very smooth. That means there might not be any breaks. No breaks will be there. At one place, if you start dhyana, you can sit up to 4 hours to 6 hours without any break, without any problems. That is dhyana. Dharana, breaks will be there. Subject and object exists. Dhyana, there won't be any breaks, no shorter breaks. Once in a while, longer break will be there. Subject and object will also be there. Okay. In Samadhi, no subject, no object, and there will be constant, no break at all. Samadhi is nothing but this first one, breaks are there. Second one, no shorter breaks, only long breaks. Third one, subject and object are merged. That is known as Samadhi. This is in general the difference, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. Now you are in Samadhi state. In Samadhi state, how to merge yourself, how the subject should be merged with the object, that is described here. In other words, it is known as Nada Anusandana. Don't get confused. Samadhi, Nada Anusandana is the same. The words are different. Here in Aramba Avastha, Brahma Gandhi will be pierced. Brahma Gandhi will be opened up. That is the Mooladhara Chakra. What we are saying about Kundalini, when we say that when we do this Chakra Dhyana or whatever it is, the main aim is what? To make the Prana and Apana merge, and the Kundalini Chakra and the Kundalini which is present in your body should travel upwards and merge with the Sahasra Chakra. So from where Kundalini should be started? From the Mooladhara Chakra. So that is Aramba Avastha. The Mooladhara Chakra is penetrated. The Mooladhara Chakra is opened up. So in Aramba Avastha, what kind of sounds you will be hearing? You will hear tinkling sounds. You will hear tinkling sounds from your body. Right? Second one. What is the result of doing this? When Mooladhara Chakra is opened, when Brahma Grandhi is opened, you will start hearing the tinkling sounds. The result is you will feel blissness. You will feel blissness. And when the yogi feels this one, his body will become very brilliant. His body will be giving a divine smell, and no diseases will be existing from that sadhaka. So in Arambha Avastha, if a person's Kundalini energy is activated, his body will be lustrous, ante brightness to velugutuntadi. Lustrous, divine smell, a very good smell will be coming, and the body of that particular yoga sadhaka will be diseaseless. In the second avastha, it is Ghata avastha. Ghata means pot, vessel. So this is the second stage of Nada Anusandana. Vishnu Grandhi is opened up. Vishnu Grandhi. Anahata Chakra, that is heart chakra. Remember, first one was the Mooladhara Chakra. Second one is the Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra is penetrated. Then, what kind of sound we are hearing? Kettle drum. Kettle drum ante damaru. Kettle drum. Sivudu pattukoni untadu. Kettle drum. So, the sound of the kettle drum is heard by the sadhaka. Kettle drum. Here, tinkling sounds. Here, kettle drum sound. Result. Here also, greatest bliss. Body will be filled with happiness. You can't express your happiness. Greatest bliss. And the Shakti goes into the middle nadi. What Shakti? Kundalini Shakti. When the stage is active, The Kundalini energy which has been opened up from the Mooladhara chakra, it enters into the Sushmana Nadi. Being fixed in this, the yogi will become a divine being. The yogi has been converted from yogi to Bhagwan. That is divine being. He has converted himself, or he is comparable to similar to a divine person. So what is meant by ghata? I said pot, a pot to hold water. So here it says that why we are comparing our body as a ghata holding water means this symbolizes the state of mind in which the second stage of nada is perceived. That is, you have heard that sound, right? That sound you are able to capture it. First one, where you started hearing some tinkling sounds, it started. Second one, you hear the voice and you are trying to hold it. You don't want to leave that state. You are just holding it. And the same nada flows through the entire universe. This is the sound which vibrates in the entire universe. And the mind is like a vessel, and it always wants to link up with that nada. Here it says the Shakti enters the middle nadi, that is the Sushmana nadi. Right. The third avastha, Parichaya avastha. So this is the third stage. Vishuddhi chakra is pierced. First one, Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi. This one is Vishuddhi chakra. Here Vishuddhi chakra is penetrated, and here we experience the sound of the drum sound we will be experiencing. First one, tinkling sound. Second one, kettle drum. This is the sound of the drum, dhamaru. Result. One enters the place of total perfection or siddhis. This is the in this stage all siddhis are attained. The chitta being attained, natural or spontaneous ecstasy arises. Natural or spontaneous means always he is happy. If he just, no thoughts will be there in general. If he has achieved this state, always the chitta will be in a very happy and natural state. Without any effort, he is happy. So all the imbalance of all the doshas is removed. Pain and sufferings are removed. There is no concept of old age, disease, hunger, sleep, etc. in this state. That is Parchaya Avastha. Last one, Nishpatti Avastha. Fourth and final stage of Nadanu Sandana. Here, the tinkling sound of the flute. It is this tinkling sound of a flute similar to veena is here. First stage we said tinkling sound, right? Here, the same tinkling sound of the flute is heard by us, which is resembling the veena. Here, Rudra Grandhi is pierced. So, this is the last Grandhi. Brahma in the first stage, Vishnu in the second stage, in the third stage, no Grandhi, in the fourth stage, Rudra Grandhi, and Agnya Chakra is penetrated here. Here, the entire Kundalini Shakti, which is traveled from the Mooladhara Chakra, it comes up to the Sahasra Chakra, which is the state of the Paramashiva, and it is also known as the Mahabindu state. Here the Shiva and the Shakti are merged together, and this is also known as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, and we say that the person has become Jivana Mukta. That means moksha has been granted to him. He has achieved moksha. These are the four avastha. So don't get confused. Nada Anusandana is nothing but similar to Samadhi, but the Samadhi states has been described in 4 steps.